So guys, big warning, there's going to be spoilers in this review. If you want to see Shazam, go out and see it and then come back. Shazam! Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Ticket Tuesday. I'm your host, Ron Time HD. So yeah, this is going to be a great time. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Ticket Tuesday. I'm your host, Ron Time HD. And today, we watched the new Shazam movie, Shazam! Fury of the Gods, Shazam 2. I didn't really like it. It was enjoyable for a little bit, and then it just kind of got a little irritating. You know, it got a little irritating, and I'll mention a really big problem that really ruined the entire experience for me. And I'm not going to say it here because I'm going to go on a whole rant about it, but yeah, I just didn't really like the villains. I didn't think they were... I mean, honestly, I didn't really like the villain in the last movie either, but I thought he was more interesting than these. And I like mythology mostly, and these two were not very that interesting, in my opinion. And just the whole movie just felt kind of bland and just uninteresting. I didn't really care, and I was just kind of waiting for the movie to end by the end of it. But I'll tell you why I wasn't really a big fan of this film, and more, back at the house.
Billy, what are you doing?
I have to do this.
We end this now!
Yeah, we do.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Ticket Tuesday. I'm Rose Time HD, and today we watched Shazam! Fury of the Gods, starring Zachary Levi. And this film was released this year. And it's the sequel to the pretty well-liked Shazam 1, which came out quite a few years ago. And, to be honest, I was not a big fan of this film. And I'll get into one of my main gripes with this film, and it's a very big one that completely pulled me out of the movie and made me cower in my seat. It was probably the scariest experience I've ever had in a movie theater since Skinamarink. But, yeah. So I just feel like the film... I think the first film was funnier than this one, in my opinion. So, yeah, one of my main gripes with this, and if you're watching this at home, maybe you won't notice this, maybe you will. But if you have surround sound, maybe it'll just blow out the speakers on your TV. I don't fucking know. But when I was watching this in the theater, the mixing was fucking dog shit. And by that, I mean my eardrums were bleeding. Even the credits could not spare me a single second of quiet as I was trying to talk with my peer about the movie. It was just just loud ass orchestral music. And it's like, oh, what? What are you saying? You want it? Oh, that's great. Yeah, just trying to like yell at each other about the movie when like this loud ass music is playing, and we weren't even in the XD theater or like the big like expensive theater. We were in a normal theater, and it was like so fucking loud. And every time there was a fight scene, whenever Shazam or the enemy got hit, it was just just fucking huge ass bass. And it's like, why do you need all of this? Like, it felt like there was, like, at one point, there was, like, a big fight scene going on with, like, Shazam and, I don't remember what, but, like, the ground was shaking because it was so intense and so over the top. Like, Jesus Christ, why? Why? Like, it genuinely baffled me and definitely ruined even more of the film for me. If it didn't have that problem, I may have enjoyed this movie a bit more. But that definitely took it down a peg. And I know it's not that theater. I know it's not that, like, that little section because we've been in that theater before, and it's been fine. So it's obviously the mixing of the film's fault. And if you're thinking of seeing this in the theater, just don't. And especially do not see it in like the big IMAX or XD or whatever, because you will be deaf by the end of the film. Be warned. Mixing is terrible. Don't see this movie in the theater. If you want to see it, wait for a physical release or a streaming release. But yeah, not very good mixing. I got an itch. Not very good mixing, but let's get into the other stuff. The stuff that will probably matter more when the film is older. But, so let's get to it. The story. So basically the story is there are these, the Daughters of Atlas. After Shazam broke the staff in the last movie, Atlas's daughters were, like, awakened, basically. They had their powers back, and they broke into a museum, killed everybody there, and then took the staff. They took the two pieces of the staff. And, then they went to the wizard, who you thought died in the last movie, and he repaired it, and then they were trying to take the powers of Shazam and his family. They were trying to take the powers from them. And also probably kill them. I'm believing they also tried to kill them. Because, you know, they're like, they want to kind of, well, one of them wants to, like, destroy the Earth realm because, like, people on Earth took their powers and they wanted it back. And eventually, at the end of the movie, everybody except for Shazam has all their powers taken, and then like a bunch of monsters, like they plant a big tree, like the tree of life, onto Earth, but if they do that, it's gonna like destroy all of Earth, and a bunch of creatures pop out of the tree, like all the spores in the trees, and then they start killing like a bunch of people in the streets in PG fashion. And I'm just like imagining, like, what if James Gunn made this movie, like like if this was during the James Gunn, like current James Gunn era, and he just like had like people getting impaled and thrown into like buildings and turning into blood puddles. Like, I don't know, I like James Gunn's gore, but yeah, then Shazam gets in a fight with the bad sister because one of the two sisters then started to like not like the other sister because she was going to eradicate the planet and be like evil, but then she kills one of the sisters, and the other sister, who's like 6,000 years old and is in a relationship with a teenager. I don't want to get into that one, but yeah. But yeah, so then Shazam then, like, the one of the older sister, she, like, there's, like, a bubble around the town, like, the city, and she, like, gets all into, like, the baseball stadium where the tree is, and, like, Shazam has a fight with them, with the dragon that the daughter has, and the sister and the sister's dragon. And then they get in a fight, they get in a scuffle, and eventually he, like, takes the staff, rams it into the dragon. He stabs the dragon with the staff, and he, like, runs him into the tree, and then he explodes, and then he dies. And then they bury him at Olympus, which it looks like it's Olympus. I can't remember the name of it. But, yeah. Yeah, then it's like, well, the staff has had all its power drained from Shazam. Like, you can't have it. There's, like, no gods left. So a god shows up in the form of Wonder Woman. And she just kind of comes out of nowhere, except for, like, earlier on in the movie, Shazam mentioned that he was going to send a letter to Wonder Woman, and I guess that was a little setup for Wonder Woman coming in later in the movie to help Shazam. She comes in, she restores the power to the staff, they resurrect Shazam, and then everybody else gets their powers back, and then Shazam gets rejected by Wonder Woman, and then the movie ends. And then there's an end credit scene with the Peacemaker cast, and they talk to Shazam, and they want Shazam in the Justice Society. Sounds interesting. I don't think Shazam's gonna be in Peacemaker Season 2 or anything. But I guess this confirms that Shazam is still in the James Gunn era, so I guess that's cool. I hope Wonder Woman is still, because, I mean, her first movie was good, at least. But yeah. Then there's a second end credit scene that references the first end credit scene from the the end credit scene from the last movie that never appeared in this movie, and it's the villain from the last one, and he's talking to the evil snail caterpillar thing, and he's like got a big beard now, and he's like in the little cell still, and he's like, "Where the hell have you been? It's been 2 years." It's like, well, I'm a snail, you know. I don't got wings. I can't fly, you know. I have to just crawl everywhere. And he's like, I have a plan, you know. You just gotta stick to the plan. He's like, it's been I'm 57 years old. Why, like, I'm getting old. Why haven't you told me this? Why haven't you told me anything? And he's like, I have a plan. And he's like, going on and on. He's like, tell me everything. And I thought that was where it was gonna end. But no, he's like, then it cuts back to the caterpillar and he goes, but I have to do one more thing. And then he leaves. And then the guy goes, God damn it! And then it ends. That was kind of funny. I got a good chuckle out of that one. But, yeah. Also, there's a joke that maybe in the next movie, it could be something exactly like this. Where, like, the joke is that it never gets resolved. And that he's just permanently in prison with a snail that talks to him every couple years. I don't know. But, yeah. Back to the story. I kind of rambled there on there for a second. But yeah, in my opinion, the story was just like, I don't know. I didn't really like the story that much. I think I kind of liked the last one better. I also think I preferred the villains in the last one. And I think the last one, I don't know. I just kind of liked the last guy more. I think he had more of a presence. You know, and I know they're, like, Atlas's daughters, but I don't know, that was just kind of all they had to them. I didn't really think there was much there. They just kind of, like, the big bad one who wanted to destroy the, Earth and the humans, she just kind of seemed, like, evil, just super evil, and her motives were, like, kind of, I don't know, I just didn't really find her that compelling of a villain. You know, she was just kind of an evil machine. And yeah, I also just think Shazam and all the other characters, I don't know, I just wasn't really a fan. And also the comedy, I also feel was like a bit more lame in this one. Like, I didn't laugh as much in this one, and I didn't find it funny. You know, I know comedy's subjective, but I just wasn't for me. But again, maybe you'll like it. Not saying you won't. But, yeah. Alright, I guess I'll give this film a 5.5 out of 10. It was alright. I found it enjoyable in some parts, but overall, a bit of a bland experience, and I didn't really get much out of it. Wouldn't really recommend it, and if you're a fan of superhero films, honestly, just watch, like, Sam Raimi or something, I don't know. Watch an older superhero film, or maybe watch, like, Thor Ragnarok or something, I don't know. If you want, or just watch the first Shazam movie. If you want to see a Shazam movie, just watch the first one. You know, if you want to, just go watch it. But yeah. I think I've always said I need to say. I think I said my piece. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you like it. Hope you share with your friends. Subscribe. Turn notifications on. Comment down below how much you liked it. But you guys know how this goes. I didn't really mean that. What I really meant to say was, you guys hated this video, unsubscribe, dislike, tell me you hate me in the comments. Signing off. Shazam. I have no hat now. I've transformed.